But yesterday was a little rough, so I just took the day off. I worked a little bit online, and then here I am for day four, um, well, the fourth of my post surgery. How things are going? It's going. I'm just pretty sore. I mean, I'm not hurting, praise the Lord. I'm not in any pain, so that's excellent. I got an appointment to see the doctor next week. So far, so good. I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to get back into swing of things as far as working and making phone calls and trying to contact people. We are in the process of purchasing a new camper, and I'm really excited about that. So stay tuned as far as that's concerned. I'm working out the logistics of it from the bed, and well, I'm on the couch now, and they're going to deliver it right here to the site. So that's going to be really, really awesome. Hopefully, we can be able to get that taken care of over the next week. But anyway, I'm doing well, progressing along. Still can't, get up on it or anything. These crutches are from the devil. I need to tell you that. They are designed to make you almost fall on your face. And yes, Margaret, I'm doing pretty good. Yesterday was a little rough. Sometimes your psyche gets to you. You're stuck inside. Cedric's gone to work. I got the dogs. It's really, really quiet. I don't have many visitors. So it does get a little lonely. And yesterday I was just kind of feeling it, right? Just kind of feeling like, ugh, the blah. And I've been achy, like my foot was, the numbing agent has wore off, but like I said, I don't know what it looks like because I was out when it was finished. And it feels like something, the cast that they have on there, it feels like something is rubbing up against maybe where they cut into my foot. And it has that burning irritation at times. And so I have to be careful how I'm moving about, even when I'm just like in the bed and flipping and trying to reposition. So that's about the extent of my pain. Right now, I'm sitting up to my desk because I was working on my computer. I've been making like little, not seasonal type. Uh, I don't know the word for it. Not just the coasters. So like cups and aprons and stuff like that. Because I had a company that ordered some things for me that wanted for their employees, like employee appreciation. And then kids are going back to school, so they're like, hey, I'd like to have something like that for my kids teacher as a little gift. So I've been working on little painting side projects to keep myself busy and fulfilling some orders. I had to do 31 coasters, you guys, for employee appreciation for a nursing home company. So that was pretty cool. And then I have another order of 20 personalized cups that they would like to have for their environmental services crew. So I'm going to be working on those. So other than that, I'm doing really well. My church has did a wonderful job of just calling and checking in on me. And nobody really just wants to pop up, especially since they know that you're not well and you're not, you may be in the bed. So they've called and you know let me know that they were thinking about me and they were praying for me, and I really appreciate that. So it's almost a week. Tomorrow will be a week since I had surgery, and I can say that what I was most concerned about, which would have been just like being in pain for no reason, like just aching and hurting and pain, I have not had that. Once the numbing agent wore off, it was not bad. I like I said, when you go through surgery, you kind of wake up, you feel kind of beat up, but you're not like hurting, just kind of like achy. And then the more I moved around, I take the medicine for pain once in the morning and once at night before I go to bed, just so I'm not hurting throughout the night. And I don't really need it. And it's not medicine I want to be taking, often anyway, because it's that oxycodone, and that's just not a drug you want to take, unless you have to. So I take that when I need it, and it's usually just twice a day. And I think I'm to the point now where a little ibuprofen will do me just fine. And I'm done with the antibiotics. Praise the Lord, that's great. And I'm still taking the baby aspirin. I still like to get up and drink a lot of water, get up and move around. I'm getting ready to get me some weights, so while I'm here, I could be, just moving. And water helps with circulation, so you're not just having issues with your blood flowing because you're sitting in one space for a certain amount of time. So drinking just a lot of water. And the downside of that is you gotta always go to the bathroom. And so I'm looking at, I got my mama's potted chair for when she had her knee surgery. So I ain't afraid to say that. But Cedric, I think the biggest part of this and the guiltiest part is my poor husband. He is trying to be everything, and I knew that that was going to be an issue, right? He's trying to be my caregiver. He's being the provider. He's taking care of the dogs. He's being the cook, the housekeeper, the caregiver. And it's a lot, especially when your job is primarily outside and it's been kind of hot the last couple of days, and he's the only maintenance man here. So every call goes to him, and he has to, zip around and take care of stuff. And then you got to come home and turn around and take the dogs right out, so you don't get a chance to really rest. And then throughout the day, he's stopping back here. You need anything? You need something? You want to go lay down? Trying to make sure I'm okay and that I'm not in here cleaning up. Because, y'all, I love my husband. But I came into this living room, and you know how I like things to be in their own place. And I could tell where he just put it down and went on. And it has been a mess for this tiny little space. And it has to be okay because he's doing the best he can. He's doing the job of what was two people as one person. And I don't want him to be frustrated or fussy because I need his help. And I don't want him to be, fussy while he's helping me because he's tired and exhausted. But at the same time, when I offer to help, I'm like, I can sweep from here. He's like, no, I don't want you to touch anything. And I think that kind of makes him feel like he can't take care of you kind of thing. So I just minimize my bossiness as far as like, baby, can you get this? Can you get that? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And I just save it all for one time. So like if he comes in on his lunch break, he's like, do you need anything? I just like, yeah, I need my charger. Can I get something to drink and a sandwich or something like that? And so I'm not constantly like, oh honey, oh honey, oh honey, can you, oh honey? And so just trying to take that stress off of him, because he has to go do all the laundry this afternoon when he gets off of work. Plus it's time for us to go to the grocery store. We just noticed that we are out of toilet paper. We got 4 squares between the two of us. So to the grocery store and take care of that on top of working and coming back doing dinner and getting the dogs out. So be praying for him, you guys. I think that was my main concern, is just being down so long and having to put a lot of the day-to-day on him. Because see, the way we work that out is when I get up in the morning, I'm the one that usually takes the dogs out, and I feed them and I straighten up, and my husband wakes up a certain way, right? So he has to lay there for a second. He's not one of those people that spring up out of bed and spring into action. He lays there for a few minutes. I usually get up and get the coffee pot started, and I straighten up, take the dogs out. I sit in the living room, I read my Bible, have worship, have a cup of coffee, and then he kind of migrates up, bathroom, come and get a cup of coffee. He sits down, and then his day starts moving, right? And then when I leave, he'll prep the house for dogs, with the pee-pee pads and stuff like that, just in case. And we kind of, with ships in the night, but we tag team it, right? And on Wednesdays, when I work my long days here at the campground, I usually take the laundry with me to work, and I wash it while I'm in the office, and then he'll come get it when he gets off of work and bring it home. And then we'll kind of fold it up, put the stuff away together, right? And then usually dinner, he eats a lot later than I do. I usually try to eat about 6-ish or 7, and he's not hungry till 9, because it gets dark really late here. So like 8:30 is dusk, like it's getting dark, but it's not fully dark till about 9:45, right? So that's when he's ready to eat, and I just can't eat that late. And so now it's just a lot going on, and so I am mindful of that and then mindful of my health. So when I go to the doctor, I just got an email that I'll be getting another x-ray on my foot, and I guess they'll just be x-raying it, trying to see where my progress is. I really wish I could use my knee scooter, but the house is just not big enough to have my desk up front because it's really hard to work from the bed sitting up to this desk. And my knee scooter and a coffee table and get back and forth. So I have to use the crutches, which I have almost fell like 5 or 6 times. Like I'm on them and I'm trying to maneuver and you just lose your balance because you're balancing with one foot. And so it's been an adventure. It's nothing I would wish on anybody, but as far as my pain is concerned, I can say that I am truly blessed with this situation, that I am not like in tears telling y'all this is the worst pain I ever felt and it hurts so bad. The Lord has been gracious to me as far as my pain is concerned. I don't have any. Just achy, just having to be careful how I'm moving about and what I'm doing and mindful of do not put that foot down, keep it up. And I'm a heavy girl. I'm a big girl, right? So I'm trying to swing all of this with 2 sticks on one foot. So I'm tiring out very easily. Like by the time I go from the room and swing to the kitchen and try to get a cup of water that I can't carry because I don't have the hand to carry the cup back, it's just it's getting frustrating to me because I really miss my mobility and being able to kind of do things for myself. And I just try not to put a lot of unnecessary running around on my poor husband, because everybody's like, well, that's what he's there for. You're supposed to take care of each other. We're not saying that. We're just saying as you are helping one another, you don't have to be abusive, like running folks around back and forth while they're trying to pick up the load. So just being mindful of that. And I'm excited to see what's about to happen with this new camper. It is the perfect layout. And yes, I did say I was getting a new camper. And so with that being said, we're getting something a little bit bigger. They have asked us to stay, and so we're in the process of making that decision as far as staying for another 6 months, and they're giving us a month off. And so the goal here is that to have a 4 seasons camper, so we could be a little bit more protected from the weather being in the area. And we're going to leave here. They asked me which month we wanted off, so I was letting them know we wanted the end of December to the end of January. So we'll take that month off, and then we'll be back in February, and we'll stay to April. And then the goal is, and I'm so excited about this plan, you guys, because normally we take winter off, right? And we go where family is and we hunker down. But now we're where family is. And so we're hoping by staying on these few extra months, we could take next summer off and do some traveling. So get the camper we need, get the truck we need. April come, we can be tourists and pull out and kind of just enjoy the summer. So we're trying to flip-flop it. It just might be the benefit of it. And like I said, I've been kind of working from home as far as making phone calls. It's not a whole lot I can do from here because my job consists of me going into people's homes and I deliver the message at church and I help with the Thursday night Bible study and stuff like that. So I need my mobility to be able to go and do. And then being here, like I said, because I'm not working, she's now charging us to stay in the space. So that now comes out of Cedric's check, and it's a deficiency, 110%. But if we are able to make this, and the good news about this camper, it'll be almost an even exchange. It's crazy. So it'll be just like how we got the camper we're in now from our last camper. It's going to work almost like that with a little bit of money over that we've been saving to try to move forward. And so I'm super excited about it. So we're in the talks now of finalizing all that, getting it all good to go. And I was talking to him this morning, and I was asking him, because they're about 2 hours from here, and I was like, well, hey, do you guys charge to deliver? He was like, nope, we'll deliver it right to the campsite once we get everything finalized. So I'm excited about that. So we don't even have to try to figure out how we're going to get it from there. They're going to bring it here. So some wonderful things are happening, even though we are down financially a little bit, even though I'm down physically a little bit. Um, we still have a lot to be thankful for. A lot of things are still happening, and I feel like if I do the right thing as far as my foot's concerned, Cedric put that AC on and then he left. And it's hot enough for AC, but after a while, I get tired of hearing it. It's like a constant and I get sick of hearing that. I'm not gonna lie. I value peace and quiet, and so I just have none. It's just so loud and consistent the whole time. So and he'll slide it all the way over to 60 instead of just nudging it enough for it to come on, cool off, and go back off. So I'm saying all that to say, if you're having a hard time hearing me, I apologize for that. But that's where we are at this point. I'm hoping if I could do the right thing and stay off of my foot and just, um, take it easy, that my recovery time will be quicker. Like he'll say, you're doing great. You're better than we thought it was going to be. And so my sister's been telling me to eat a lot of leafy green vegetables, like cabbage, kale, spinach, broccoli. All those things have a healing power to it, not power, but a healing component to it. Like it helps with immunities and helping with that. So just trying to eat some leafy greens every day, some salad or something every day, so I can keep up with, just making sure that my body's up for the fight, and doing what I can to stay healthy, doing what I can to keep moving. So when this hurdle is over, I can be back to climbing all over rocks and taking hikes through waterfalls and all that good stuff. And I'm excited. So that's where we are. Guys, one more exciting thing. We are 300 watch time hours away from 4,000. This is the closest we have ever been. And I am like, happiness cannot convey what I am feeling at the moment. 300. That is nothing. It's just one good video that everybody watches and comment on, and we are there. So I am doing great, you guys. Thank you so much, Margaret. I'm doing good. I am praising the Lord the whole way. I can't take any credit because it's nothing that I'm doing. I'm just wanting to keep moving forward. I'm excited about the future, what things are going to be coming our way. I can't wait to keep telling you and how things are going to unfold about the new camper. I'm going to post a picture of it in my on the community tab where I post little daily stuff. I'm going to post a picture of it, kind of show you what it is that we're looking at and what we're working with. And you vote on it. Tell me if you like it or, oh, I don't know about that one. I'm going to post a picture of it. So tell me what you think about it. Go on over to the community page and post. If you are just coming into this broadcast, please do not leave without giving us a thumbs up. I'm telling you, that's YouTube currency and it helps. Consider subscribing if you're new to this channel. Life is crazy here and we are muddling through. So make sure that you go ahead make sure you go ahead on and subscribe and hit the notification button. I love new subscribers. I love talking to you guys. Leave me a comment below. Now, Margaret asked, does it have slides? Yes, ma'am, it does. It has actually 3 slides. So it has it's beautiful. I love it. So when you walk into the camper, picture yourself walking in and you go to the left, there's a booth. There's a slide out right there by the front door, and that's the couch and table and chair area, which is perfect because we don't have to do any demolition work on the table. I mean, no, it's a booth. Oh, we do. You take the booth out, that's my office area. You can actually walk into it. So that's my office area, that slide out. Then you have a couch, and then a corner adjacent to one couch is another couch. And then in front of it is the TV and storage. Right next to the television is the fridge, and then you have the stove, the oven, the cabinets, and adjacent to that on the other wall is like a hutch type thing where it has some more cabinets and some storage underneath, and then the sink, and then the counter. And then you go down the hall. Right there to the left is the bathroom, so you can get to the bathroom from the hall as well as from the bedroom. And then you have another slide out in the bedroom, which is the wardrobe. So the two slides that are opposing each other is the kitchen and the dining room area. So they slide out. And it is gorgeous. I will post pictures of it and let you know what it looks like. It is, Margaret, it's only, I think it's 34 foot. So that's about as big as we really want it to go. It's 34 foot, 36, 34. I think it's 34 feet. And it is a home for sure. It is what I call, and I know you guys have heard me say this before, it is a camper with a fifth wheel feel. It has everything you would want in a fifth wheel. It's just in a tow behind us in a camper. And it is beautiful. Whoever had it kept it immaculate. It is absolutely great. And the best part is the price. We have been looking at this type of camper for since Oregon, right? And they were always 25,000 and better. And so this particular one, they got in on a trade-in, and they've just had it for a while, and so they're ready to play ball and negotiate. And that is what you want, especially since we're getting towards the end of camping season. We're going into the kids going back to school. We're going into these things sitting on the lot, unless you got somebody like me that's kind of trying to take advantage of the end of the season and go from there. And so I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping that we can get it to where we could do the trade-in and just put our little cash with it and then be done with it. And I love it. Yeah, we were looking at a 30-foot one, and we did find one that's here. It is absolutely gorgeous. It kind of puts me in the mindset of the last camper, except it had the booth and the couch area, which was perfect. But it's more because it's a 2025. It was 23,000, that one, but it was well worth it. Very sleek, very nice. And so I was telling Sarah, you got to take the day off because we need to get out of here and go look, right? And he was like, oh, maybe we'll see. So I have to go to the doctor next week, Wednesday. So maybe what? Because I'll be getting in a boot then. So maybe while we're out, yay, it went off. Maybe while we're out that day, we could swing by and take a look at those and go from there and see what they look like, and maybe do a quick little video. And then I know by the end of this week I should have some more information about the one we're trying to get. So things are happening, things are going well. It's maker season. I started making a few things, and I'm starting to get some orders in, which is very exciting when people want stuff you making. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions for me, I'm here. Let's chat. I'm real bored and a little bit lonely, so I don't mind conversation. We got 3 people here, so we should have 3 thumbs up. It is exciting news, Margaret. I am super hopeful and of what the future looks like. I am ready for some lattes and some hay bales and some mums and some fall decor. I'm thinking about doing I'm thinking about doing the buffalo plaid with burnt orange for fall, but I'm waiting to order anything till we get the new camper because we might have more windows. Like the one we looked at, it has like these big windows all in the living room, and I don't want to buy curtains to fit these windows and then we turn around and sell it. So once we finalize everything, and I know we're upgrading to a little bit bigger space, then I'll start doing the decor for a fall. Now, how's the campsite and the job going? Well, the campsite is fine. I mean, like I said, it's a little bit. It's fine. Cedric likes his job here. He enjoys it. It's just that we had got accustomed to a certain amount coming in, and now we're going to be deficient of that to the tune of $720 a month. That part, not so cool, right? And so we're already here. I'm not going to use the word stuck because you're never stuck anywhere. But at the time of finding all this out, my surgery was the very next day. And so there was nothing we could do to like pack up and just take off and go somewhere cheaper because we didn't have the time to do the research for it and kind of figure out what kind of steps we needed to take and what that would look like. So we had no choice but to kind of like bite the bullet and be like, well, I mean, we're already here. The surgery's in the morning. What else can we do? I definitely did not want to go back to my sister's yard just because of the simple fact is it's the yard, and we went back to having to worry about sewer, having to worry about water and the electricity. We wouldn't have 30 amp, we'd be working on half of that. And so it just wouldn't have been feasible at the time. And there's no way I could pack up all this house in the condition that I'm in right now today. So it is at this point, I was a little sour about it, but it is what it is, and that's why in my other video I always tell people, and I went against what I tell you, don't go for sites where you have to pay to be there. Never go for the trade work for site because there's no benefit of that to you, right? And never go for those sites where they say your first few hours they get paid and then you get paid what's left, because it's hard to keep track of the time. Even though you do, their math is always different from your math, and then situations like this happen. So usually, like you guys know, we always, and I was meticulous about this, always find a job that offers us a free site. And then, because when we get there, we're going to work our butt off. We're going to do the best job we can. We're going to treat your guests right. We're going to fix what they need. We're going to be polite to them. We're going to be kind to them. We're camping too. We are campers. And so we're going to bring our A game. But this particular time, it was, I got hurt. I didn't know if we were going to go to Maine or not. We had to accept the job offer that came over the weekend. We had to make some really rapid decisions. And fortunately, the owner here was willing to give us a chance. And this is just the situation we find ourselves in this season. So work is fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's we all had to come to grips that it is what it is. We just won't do that again, right? And so we're making it through. We'll figure it out. I used to worry about money and stuff like that, and I still kind of do, but I don't, because God has really proven to me over these last few years that He really does supply all my needs, right? He really does. And so I don't have to sit here and obsess and worry about how we're going to make up this other $720, because I have seen Him send people I don't even know to say, we want to help you guys here. Here's 1,000. Here's this, here's that. So I'm just not going to stress about that. It's all good. Now, as far as my job is concerned, it's a little bit more difficult to do it from home, from the couch, because my job requires relationship. It requires personal relationship, right? It requires being there. It requires when people are going through struggle and you're praying for them, that you can touch them, like touch their hands or comfort them. Or if you're doing Bible study, you can look them in the eyes and kind of read their face and kind of know, what it is that, where if you lost them, or if they understand, or if they have a question. So it depends a lot on body language and relationships. And so trying to do everything via the phone and online, people are kind of burnt out from that, from COVID. So they do it, and I do it, and I try to be consistent about it, just because I don't want to lose the connections I've been making with people since I've been contacting them since April. So the goal is to try to stay as connected as possible with my people. And unfortunately, that's just the only resources I have, is FaceTime and the Zoom, which I'm grateful to have those tools, and phone calls. But it's different when you can pull up on them and show up, and be there in real time and help people as they're going through things, or if they're sick, being able to visit them and let them know that we as a church are thinking about them, love them, and so on and so on. So yeah, FaceTime is a good tool. I don't use Google Hangouts, so I don't even go that route because I've never used that before. So I just stay with the Zoom. And with the Zoom, you have that 30 minutes. They only give you 30 minutes, so you better say what you're gonna say within that 30 minutes. But other than that, we're doing okay. I'm doing okay. We're progressing forward. Things are happening, even though I'm benched. I'm not in the game. I'm benched, but things are still happening. And yeah, I hope that is cast. I call it back. But I am. This thing is shaking. There we go. Hopefully it stopped. All right. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I just kind of wanted to come on and give. Oh my goodness. I know that I didn't come on yesterday, so I wanted to make sure that I came on today and gave you an update. So until our next one, I will come back in. Probably today's Tuesday, so let's meet again on Thursday unless something awesome happens. And I'm gonna do my question of the day today. So be looking out for that. Don't worry, don't worry. Pray for me. I solicit your prayers. Do not worry on my behalf. Solicit your prayers. Pray for me that the Lord will continue to do what He's been doing, which is heal my foot and help me to get back on my feet so we can be able to save some money and get us a truck, honey, because that's what we need. That's the next goal, is a truck. And the main reason why we went ahead on and decided to move forward with this particular camper is because now that we're around our family and our kids come up more often and we're looking at being here through the holidays, we're wanting to have a place for them to come and be. So they've been kind of popping up here over the last few months, like, hey, we're coming up this weekend. And I want them to have a home. We don't have a family home. So I want them to be able to come, and when they come, spend the night and feel comfortable being here and sit on the couch. And we got the bed, and that folds out into a couch. We got a place we can all sit and eat. If it's raining, we don't have to try to be crammed into the tent outside. We could be indoors and kind of enjoy each other. And then hopefully, we can be able to see the grandkids one day and be able to spend some time with them as well. So upgrading is not for the sake of upgrading. It's to make it so we have a family home and a place for the family to come and gather, especially with the holidays coming up. And it'll just be warm and fuzzy, and being able to just, be with my sister and have them over, be with my mom, have her over, be with my sons and my daughter and all those people, to have them over, and just being able to spend some quality family time, as well as having an office and being able to work and do things for the Lord. So my motive is pure. It is not for YouTube likes and views. Some of this is real life application that we're putting here that we'll be able to do. And I'm hoping that when we do pull out and we go south, we'll be able to stop and see my father-in-law and just check on him, Cedric's dad, and his stepmom, and be able to see them and spend some time with them, because we'd like for them to go camping with us. We don't haven't had a chance to like really spend time with them since we've been moving on the road. And so it would mean a lot to my husband to be able to go down south and see his dad. And our parents are getting up in age. My mom's 85, and I'm sure his dad's in his 70s. So it'll be nice to be able to just go and spend some time with them and sit by a campfire and welcome them into our home and relax and just spend some family time, not just with my family, but as well as with my extended family on my husband's side. So thank you so much, you guys, for coming in and sitting with me. I appreciate it because I need it. I miss you guys. I miss being around other people. I've been in this camper since I got surgery last week. I haven't left. And I'm trying to be patient because I know this is what I have to do for the longevity of everything. And I'm glad that you guys had took this journey with me and helped me get over this hump of getting my surgery done. And so I just want to say thank you so much, and I will be in touch, and I will let you know what's going on. It's 5 of you guys here. We should have 5 thumbs up. If you want to share this, please share it. Let me know your comments beneath. I will answer each and every last one of them. And just keep in mind, you guys, we are 300 watch time hours away from being monetized. I'm so excited. That's like the trophy, the icing on the cake for all this YouTube hard work. So if you don't mind taking a video, even if you go through it and see something you've never seen before and watch it all the way through and comment, all that helps so much. So thank you guys for joining me today. Soon I will not be broadcasting from this couch in this camper. Soon we will be able to be on the road and doing something fun, and I want to make sure you guys go with me because you never know where I may end up. All right, love you and bye for now.